we're back, and we are so cool. I'm Nick, and this is my wife, Jill. FamilyFriendlyDaddyBlog.com. It's an actual blog you can check out about our lives, or if you just want to watch the videos, that's fine too. So here is our response to a trending article on People.com. Mayim Bialik reveals she left in tears after her first group meeting with competitive moms. So this is a story on People.com right now. And it's talking about how when she first became a mom, that she felt very judged and out of place because she felt that all the other moms in attendance in the group were judging her, but ultimately competing with one another. And she didn't feel welcome in that environment. And so you can check out that article. But I just wanted us to kind of comment on this. The concept that as a parent, that other parents would judge you and your parenting style and your parenting decisions to the point that you feel excluded or left out. Whereas this is supposed to be a thing, parenting, that connects us as adults. Instead, you would feel secluded because you're not doing a good enough job of parenting compared to the others. And the fact that other people would at all be pretentious enough to make you feel that way. So I've got opinions. I've got thoughts about it, but I want my wife to kind of start off. Like, just the concept that would exist. Like, if someone tried to make you feel,
it does exist.
Definitely,
I mean, people,
definitely.
And it's like a competition just to be the better parent. And you know, I think as a parent in today's society, probably in any society, you feel like you want to do your best. You don't know really what you're doing.
No.
And you're constantly worried about how you're perceived by others. Like how, you know, what you let your kids do versus somebody else. How you know, did you use a pacifier? Did you use cloth diapers? Like, people have opinions. People have opinions about everything. It starts when you're pregnant. They'll tell you every last thing, you know, horror story, and oh, you better do this, you know, just like when you're getting married. And it's like, that may or may not happen to me. When it happens to me, I'm just going to use my best judgment and figure it out, because that's all that anyone can do in parenting. There's no manual, despite the millions of books that have probably been written about parenting. It's just one of those things that you don't know how to deal with anything until the day you become a parent, and then you still don't know how to deal with it. You figure it out because you have to.
It's very true. It's funny because even the nature of what I do, again, this is simply the video extension of an actual thing. FamilyFriendlyDaddyBlog.com is an actual blog. I've been a daddy blogger as long as, even before we became parents, when my wife was pregnant. I've been doing this. I see what people search on the internet to find my blog, and I see that people are in question on what they should allow their child to do, or even in the pregnancy phase. I get daily views from people trying to figure this out because none of us know the answers. Now, here's what my takeaway from this is. I think it all comes down to emotional intelligence, and that's something as millennials we're, I think, more aware of than most generations. The concept of, and it's this paradox, I believe, we've never maybe been more judged by other people. Everyone's looking through their tunnel through Facebook and looking at each other and comparing themselves to that talent show going on, right? And then here's what I feel. I feel someone who is insecure in their own identity is going to see that and think, oh no, I'm not doing it right. I'm not doing it as good as everybody else is. Oh no. But I feel that, even like my wife said, even though you don't know what you're doing because you've never done this before, even though you don't, you can still be a confident person that says, you know what? We're going to figure this out. We're not going to do everything perfect. We can't. But we're going to do this the best that we can. And we can still be confident even though we don't fully understand what we're doing. And I think that mentality is what helps you navigate through being a millennial parent, and just knowing that it is not a competition. And if you're competing, guess what? You're automatically losing. You're automatically losing if you're competing.
Competition belongs in sports, not in parenting. We all need to work together to help each other. And I think that's part of it too, is that you do kind of compare your situation with and how you raise your kids with other people to kind of see, am I in line? Is everything in line or not in line? But it's not. It's certainly, you should never treat it as a competition. Like, oh, you know, Billy got on the honor roll. Did your kid? My kid said 6 words this week, and they're not even 4 months. Like, you know, just crazy stuff that doesn't matter. All kids develop in their own time, and all things happen, and some kids are gonna need a pacifier, some kids are not, some kids are gonna have one till they're 4, some are not, you know. It's just whatever gets you through the day and, you know, keeps you sane and parenting nicely, and you raise nice kids that, you know, are successful adults, and not successful in the term of, like, you know, making lots of money. Just, are they nice? Are they kind to other people? You know, do they make the world a better place? That's what you should be focused on, not worrying about, you know, how many sports you can put your kids in, and activities that they can do, and compared to somebody else. It doesn't matter. It's what works for you and your family, and that's all you can ask for.
All I can say is insecurity. It comes from a place of insecurity for people to judge other parents and to make other parents feel judged. I don't care what other parents do. I really don't. Like, for example, we don't spank our children. Good for us. We're the minority. Good for us. Do I care if other parents spank their kids? No, I don't care. I'm confident in my beliefs. I'm confident in what we do. Just the fact that I'm a vegan and my wife is vegetarian and our kids are vegetarian. We don't go around judging other parents that they eat meat or eggs or whatever. Who cares? We know who we are, and we know what we're doing here to the extent of our own culture. But we're not here to impose that upon other people or judge them by our own standard. Now, that's one personal example, but everyone's got their own personal example. When you're secure in who you are, even though you don't know what you're doing, that's all that matters. And you're not going to be infected by that competition, because again, the moment you begin participating in the competition, you've already lost. The way you win is to not compete at all. In closing, be awesome today.